Hey, what's going on? Listen, do you know bad credit costs the average $150,000 to a person in a 10-year period? Yes. Listen, there's a cost for bad credit and there's also a cost for having good credit. And in this video, I want to go ahead and talk about something that they've never taught about in school or taught any one of us in school, and that's the credit system. Yes, you definitely want to watch this video all the way to the end because we are going to talk about basics and the principles of why credit is important and why you should pay attention to it. All right, so let's tap in and get into the video.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it because time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome, Blueprint family. I am here giving you another banging video about entrepreneurship, credit, personal finance. This is the channel where we give you the blueprint to level up in life. As you can see, this is the blueprint movement here. Okay, guys? Listen, if this is your first time tapping into the channel, go ahead and do me a quick favor. Hit the subscribe button as well as bell notifications so you are kept up to date whenever we drop banging videos like this. Okay, I want to go ahead and dive into a very important topic. If there's no more important video that I've dropped ever before, there's no video that's more important than this one right here. So you definitely want to pay attention because I want to talk about something that should have been taught since we were all in school, but hasn't been taught. And that's the credit system. Yes, they didn't teach us anything about the credit system. And you know what? I don't know why. You know, it's above my pay grade. I have a few ideas, but we're not going to get into that. But today I'm going to go ahead and break it all down for you guys so you can be able to go ahead and have an understanding of how the credit system works and how you can start being able to take control of your financial future as well too. All right. So first of all, let's talk about why credit is important. Believe it or not, credit is the most important financial tool you will ever possess in this country. If you really think about it, it controls pretty much every substantial and critical element in your lifestyle. All right. We're not talking about credit as an element to get approved for a house or a car or anything like that. It's really the key to building generational wealth. Whether you want to buy a house, start a business, get into investments, credit all plays a factor and determine these things. Okay. Also, here's the kicker. If you really think about it, your credit score also determines where you live, what type of career or job that you get, and also even things such as the amount that you pay in insurance or the deposit that you put on utilities or even an apartment or mortgage. Yes, your credit all plays a factor in each and one of these things. Crazy if you really think about it. As a matter of fact, most of us graduate high school or in college with no knowledge on how the credit system actually works. No clue at all. As a matter of fact, let me know in the comments right now. Did your teacher teach you anything about credit while you was in high school? Probably not. Again, we could all sit here and have a debate about it, but nevertheless, I want to go ahead and share with you guys some fundamental points as well as things you should know about the credit system, as it's going to play a very vital role in your lifestyle. Okay. Now, first of all, let's go ahead and break this down as far as how the credit system revolves around something that's called your credit score. Okay. Now, your credit score, it ranges from 300 to 850. All right. And here's what actually makes up credit score. Now, 35% of your credit is based upon your payment history. This is pretty simple. All right. Pay your bills on time, guys. Any missed payments, any late payments is going to dramatically impact your credit score and drop your credit score as well. So bad news for your credit score if you are having a habit of making late or missed payments on your credit, as this is the heaviest factor that determines your credit score. All right. Second is credit utilization, which accounts for percent of your credit score. This category is predicated upon your credit usage and the amount of available credit that you have. Typically, you want to keep it below 30%, as anything above 30% is going to hurt your credit score. Optimally, 10% or below is typically the best range where you want to go ahead and keep your credit card utilization. All right. Now, the third category is length of credit. In other words, the longer you keep your credit, the better it's going to dilute your credit history down and impact you negatively on this particular category. All right. The fourth category is credit mix, which is 10% of your credit score. Basically, you want to have a diverse mix of accounts on your credit report. And it could be things such as revolving lines of credit, installment loans, or even open credit, which are the three most common types of credit. Most of us mainly have revolving lines of credit, as those are credit cards, lines of credit that most of us typically use. And there's also installment loans, which is mortgages, student loans, or any personal loans that you have. And last but not least is credit inquiries, which is 10%. And this is basically anytime there's a hard inquiry that's placed on your credit, this right here impacts this category. Typically, guys, you don't want to have a large amount of inquiries on your credit report, as lenders do view you as a risk by having too many inquiries at once within your credit report. Makes you look thirsty for credit, and they don't want nobody that's thirsty to give money to. So basically, that's the breakdown of your credit score. And that's mainly what the credit system revolves around, is your credit score. You have to think about it. Your credit is your adult report card. This is what lenders, employers all look at when they want to determine how responsible you are when it comes to dealing with debt, and also in how you're managing your credit. So in other words, your adult report card, just like how it determines your child's behavior in school, your credit determines how you are as an adult when it comes to being financially responsible. So the higher your credit is, you want to make sure that you keep it at a high level. So therefore, you are viewed as an A student and not an F student.
If your credit ain't high and it's actually down, the time to take action is now. Yeah. If your credit ain't high and it's actually down, the time to take action is now. Go get control of your credit, go and repair.
Listen, I've been getting a lot
down. Oh yes, to show you the leverage, just so you can get a new rider. Go get you a house, just so you don't feel disparaged, you don't feel embarrassed. It's right, so go get it done now. Don't survive through the week, go improve, get it up. Want a life full of freedom to do what you want. He's a guy that you need, he's a dude that you want. Not 5 minus 3, that's 2, number 1. Guy you will see if you hit him up. He'll help with devotion, this I am sure of. Updates, promotions, discounted courses. Work with him anywhere, buddies in Florida. Credit will get repaired. Yes.
Now, here's the secret key that many of the system don't teach you, is that your credit score, you want to basically have it in A and B range. Now that we've went ahead and broken down the 5 factors that makes up your credit score, let's talk about some of the misconceptions and the trap that the credit system has in place that if you are unaware of, this can definitely hurt you and put you in a category of being a D or F student versus a B student. Okay. Now, trap number 1, minimum payments. All right. Paying the minimum on your credit card, although they may encourage you just to make the minimum payment, thinking that you're doing the right thing. Actually, that is the worst thing that you can do. All right. The banks will hit you with high interest rates that keep you in debt a whole lot longer. Listen, by making just the minimum payments, all you're doing 9 times out of 10 is paying a portion of your payment to interest and a small portion to the principal. So that's going to extend your time that you're making this credit card payment. So you don't want to have a practice of just making minimum payments on your credit card. All right. Also, trap number 2 is hard inquiries. Listen, every time you apply for a credit card or a loan, your credit score is going to take a hit anywhere from 3 to 5 points. Now, too many hits on your credit report not only is going to drop your credit score, but again, having too many inquiries, lenders get real suspicious. They start looking at you sideways as if saying, what is this person doing by applying for so many credit cards in a short amount of time? Typically, you don't want to have more than 2 inquiries per year on your credit report, as lenders are very sensitive to that, and you can get denied for credit just by having too many inquiries, although you may have a high credit score. So you want to keep that in mind. This is something that many people don't let you know, but listen, keep your inquiries low if you want to be able to get a higher chance of approval when you're applying for credit, okay? Number 3, the third trap that they don't share with us is lack of knowledge. That's pretty much what this whole video is about, right? Lack of knowledge. If you don't know your rights, listen, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is a law that was passed in 1970, pretty much governs how the credit bureaus are supposed to operate when it comes to dealing with credit. Now, you're at the mercy of the credit system. Not knowing your rights can definitely hurt you. Did you know that you can dispute any inaccuracies on your credit report? Did you know that based upon the Fair Credit Reporting Act, everything on your credit must be complete, fair, and accurate? Yes. So with that being said, if you notice anything on your credit report that's not complete, that's not fair, or that's inaccurate, you have the right under this law, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, to be able to go ahead and dispute and get this inaccuracy removed off your credit report. Listen, these are things that they don't want you to know. You would think during school they would go ahead and share this with you. This is a federal law that would help you be able to go ahead and have a better lifestyle, control your financial future. So although your teachers may not be teaching you, this is something that I want to share with you and that you definitely should know as well too, okay? Now, here's the good news though, all right? You definitely can win in the credit game, all right? So don't feel like this is a game that, although it wasn't taught to you and you may not know it, this is something that you cannot win on. But guess what? You can win in this game. You just gotta follow simple rules as well as follow the blueprint on how being able to go ahead and win in the credit system, all right? Number one, the first thing you wanna do, make sure you're staying on top of your credit, checking your credit regularly. This is very important, all right? And you can do so by getting a free copy of your credit report at annualcreditreport.com, which is a website that's owned by the 3 credit bureaus as well as approved by the federal government that allow you to check a copy of your credit report. Now, here's the thing here. You won't get your scores, all right? You're only going to get your credit report. However, this is the first step in the right direction that'll help you be able to stay on top of your credit and manage your credit, okay? Now, second thing is, as far as being able to win in the credit game, is disputing any errors that you notice on your credit. All right. Now, there's no 2 credit reports that are the same, and 7 out of 10 credit reports do have errors on them. So if you see a mistake that's on your credit report, go ahead and dispute it. It is your right under the Fair Credit Reporting Act to be able to go ahead and dispute errors that's on your credit report. And it doesn't matter if it's something that's in your personal information, such as your name, address, and phone number, or it could be a discrepancy that's on the accounts section of your credit report. If you notice it, you have a right to be able to go ahead and challenge these inaccuracies that's on your credit report. All right. Number 3, you want to start building credit the smart way. All right. Now, there's ways how you can build credit, but you don't want to go ahead and apply for frivolous or unnecessary or even harmful types of credit, right? There are type of consumer products out there and credit cards that are out there that just do not serve the best purpose. You want to go ahead and strategically apply for the right type of accounts, right? Now, some of the accounts that I highly encourage you to avoid, such as store branded credit cards or subprime credit cards, right? These type of credit cards or accounts typically have high interest rates and they have low credit limits. So you want to strategically apply for cards that serves to your best interest. Not to say that all credit cards are bad, but if it's a store card that you rarely shop at or you don't see you're going to benefit or use, don't go ahead and apply for it, okay? Because it could end up doing more harm than good when it comes to your credit report. Now, if it's a retailer that you frequently shop at, I would encourage you to do so you could benefit from the rewards points, the coupons, as well as being able to build a better relationship with the retailer, all right? So secured credit cards, also credit builder loans, credit cards are also great avenues for you to be able to go ahead and boost your credit. If you are new to the credit system or if you have bad credit, these are great ways for you to be able to build credit the smart way and do it in a strategic manner. All right. And last but not least is leveraging your credit. You want to be able to go ahead and leverage your credit to start building wealth. All right. Things such as business credit, getting into real estate, or even funding are all ways to be able to go ahead and level up. What I'm sharing with you guys is nothing different than what the rich and wealthy are doing and successful entrepreneurs are doing to be able to go ahead and level up their lifestyle and build generational wealth for themselves. If you want to be able to go ahead and stop the generational curse that a lot of us are experiencing and be able to place yourself in a position to build generational wealth, the starting point is building a solid credit foundation, being able to leverage your credit, leverage your personal credit. Once you have a solid credit score, go ahead and start applying for business credit. This will allow you to go ahead and leverage into entrepreneurship and thrive, scale your business as well. Also, getting into certain investments such as real estate, you can go ahead and use your credit to get not into even investment properties, but also getting a lower interest and getting just into real estate investment lane. Personal credit is going to play a big factor for you to be able to get into investments such as real estate or even funding for yourself, getting personal or business funding. These are things that, again, that's been an age-old practice for individuals to be able to go ahead and scale themselves themselves and gain that generational wealth, right? Especially when it comes to minorities. This is something, like I mentioned earlier, it's a lack of knowledge, lack of awareness when it comes to information like this. But we're in 2024 where information like this is very prevalent. You'll be able to learn and understand how important credit is, all by the power of your hand. By you watching this video, you are now being exposed to the knowledge and information that can help you change the generational curse that many of us have been experiencing for quite some time here, okay? Like I mentioned earlier, listen, bad credit typically costs anyone from $100,000 to $150,000 throughout their lifetime. And this can go from things such as auto loans, personal loans, insurance rates, mortgages, you name it. If you compound and add all the extra fees and all the interest payments that you're going to be making on an annual basis and on a monthly basis because of bad credit, you're talking about an extra $150,000. I don't know about you, but I don't have an extra $150,000 to go ahead and give to banks and lenders simply because I have bad credit, right? So listen, teach knowledge is power, but not just the knowledge, application of the knowledge is where true power lies. So I challenge you guys, now that you know this information, go ahead and apply it to your life, apply it to yourself, help work towards improving your credit, and you'll see not only is it going to change the path of you and your family's financial future, but also is going to put you in a position emotionally, mentally, to be able to start making better decisions in life. Good credit and who maintain good credit typically operate at a higher level of vibration, as well as just set themselves up for success down the line, okay? Thanks for tuning into this video. I hope this information I shared with you was very impactful, as well as brought you a lot of value. If you feel like it has done that, go ahead and do me a huge favor. Drop it in the comments. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this video. Let me know, why do you think they never taught us credit in the school system, right? Is it intentional? I don't know. Definitely want to hear your thoughts on this, okay? Also, hit the bell notification so we can go ahead and spread more information like this to a wider audience. If you feel like somebody should definitely hear this information, let's go ahead and do our part. Just give some virtual love so we could go ahead and get this video out. Also, if you're someone that needs help with building your credit, join our academy that we just launched recently. It's the Credit the Game Academy, where we'll be able to teach you how to repair, build, and leverage your credit in less than 90 days. It's a wealth building academy where not we only help you get you a 700 plus credit score, but we're going to show you some of the secrets that I've discussed in today's video, where you'll be able to leverage your credit to get up to $50,000 in funding and being able to go ahead and tap into lanes of investment and entrepreneurship for yourself as well too. All right. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have yourself a safe and great rest of 2024, and let's set ourselves up for 2025 and beyond. All right. Take care.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, 𝗥𝗲𝗹 with blueprint. This guests are exclusive. Get on and tune in and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it quick, 9 bands. Learn all the skills from Westy did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where guests are speaking. Based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.